Well, hey, my friend, if you are struggling with life's stickier issues, want to grow in your relationship with God and become everything you were created to be, then you are in the right place. In case we haven't met yet, my name is Kris Reece, and if this sounds like something you could benefit from, go ahead and click the subscribe and notification button so you don't miss a thing. Today, we're going to talk about the 4 steps for handling temptation of any kind. Have you ever wondered why you're tempted to do something and not others? I have never woken up in the morning with this sudden urge to go steal from the neighborhood grocery store or set a house on fire. But I have been tempted to curse someone out, cut corners, or eat way too many cookies. And no matter what you're trying to overcome, temptation can feel like a monstrous mountain in comparison to your ability to overcome it. We all have our own. And truth be told, just when I think I'm free from one temptation, another one rears its ugly head. And I've battled with many temptations. Lack of submission, anger, overeating, selfish motives, foul mouth, you name it. But look, temptation is temptation. And whether it's big or small, it can feel like you have no control. And I have good news and bad news for you. You are only tempted by what's already in you. Yes, that's actually the good news and the bad news. And I say this not to condemn you, but to save you. Save you from the time and the energy trying to blame someone or something else and getting nowhere. You see, the problem with your temptation, with my temptation, is it's in you. It's in us. The problem with my temptation is me. And what I'm fighting, what you're fighting, is not something that someone or something else has caused or even triggered. It's your temptation. And when you begin to own it, now you can begin to take the steps to overcoming it. But whatever your temptation is, God says that He provides us a way out. You can find that in 1 Corinthians 10:13. But I don't know about you. When I'm in the midst of a temptation, I'm not looking for a door out. I'm looking for a window in. I'm looking for something that is going to justify my sinful behavior. But one of the biggest temptations that I see with people is their desire to give up. Are you in that place? Are you ready to give up on God? Give up on your marriage? Maybe you're even tempted to give up on life. The Bible says that Jesus was tempted in every way that we are. Jesus overcame many temptations, but if I had to guess, the hardest one was the desire to give up in the Garden of Gethsemane. I can't imagine how much Jesus just wanted to call it quits instead of going to the cross. Mark 14:32 through 42 tells us, "They went to the olive grove called Gethsemane, and Jesus said, 'Sit here while I go and pray.' He took Peter, James, and John with him, and he became deeply troubled and distressed. He told them, 'My soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here with me and watch.' He went on a little further and fell to the ground. He prayed that if it were possible, the awful hour awaiting him might pass him by. 'Abba, Father,' he cried out, 'everything is possible for you. Please take this cup of suffering from me. Yet I want your will done, not mine.' Then he returned and he found the disciples asleep. He said to Peter, 'Simon, are you asleep? Couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? Keep watch and pray so that you will not give in to temptation, for the spirit is willing, but the body is weak.' Then Jesus left them again and prayed the same prayer as before. When he returned to them again, he found them sleeping, for they couldn't keep their eyes open, and they didn't know what to say. When he returned to them the 3rd time, he says, 'Go ahead and sleep. Have your rest. But no, the time has come. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Up, let's be going. Look, my betrayer is here.'" Today, I want to talk to you about 4 steps to overcoming temptation of any kind. Step number 1, keep watch. Mark 14:34 reminds us to stay alert and be morally vigilant. Sin doesn't just happen. It's a slow fade. It comes as a result of little compromises that don't seem so bad. And the Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15, tells us to catch all the little foxes, those little foxes, before they ruin the vineyard. If you are alert and morally vigilant in the little, your battle with temptation will be won at the beginning. Step number 2, be persistent in prayer. Mark 14:35, prayer should be our first solution, not our last resort. Jesus prayed repeatedly, and we are too. Keep praying until you hear direction or feel relief, but whatever you do, don't stop praying. Number 3, seek support. Mark 14, verse 33, 37, 40, and 41 all show us that Jesus sought the support of his disciples. Jesus, the King of the universe, persistently sought support from his friends, and even when they failed him. Step number 4, focus on the purpose God gave you. When you focus on his will, not yours, amazing things happen. Will it always be easy? No. Will it always be pain-free? Of course not. Some of the things that we need to go through to overcome temptation hurt, but they never harm. Jesus had a greater purpose in this life, and that mattered more to him to accomplish this purpose than the fleeting result of giving in to temptation. I want to encourage you. Whatever temptation you are battling with today, nothing is too big for our God. Nothing is impossible. With Jesus by your side, you can overcome. You want to go deeper? If you are ready to replace that feeling of inadequacy with the pursuit of purpose, I want to invite you to join us for a 5-day free devotional. It's called Created with Purpose, and I will go ahead and include the link in the description section below. I sure do hope you'll join us. But until next time, I pray that you remember all things are possible with God.